After taking a refreshing shower, Hal felt a delightful sense of anticipation when a charming woman entered the bedroom. In a playful mood, his girlfriend tossed her underwear at him, and as Hal caught it, he realized with some confusion that it was a larger size. Unbeknownst to him, Hal had been hypnotized to see every kind-hearted woman as breathtakingly beautiful. What others saw as an overweight woman appeared to Hal as a captivating goddess, but he was completely unaware. They shared a large bubble tea, and when Hal glanced away for just a moment, it was already gone. Their boat date was full of surprises, especially when his seemingly slender girlfriend effortlessly lifted Hal off the boat, creating a splash like a depth charge as she jumped into the water. During dinner, the chair couldn't bear her weight, prompting Hal to approach a waiter to express his concerns about the furniture's quality. Through Hal's constant care and attention, their relationship blossomed, and soon it was time to meet her parents. To his surprise, Hal discovered that his girlfriend's father was actually his boss. With a keen eye, his boss had noticed everything and urged Hal to stop pretending, as he knew his daughter was overweight and hadn't been able to carry her since she was a toddler. It seemed to him that Hal was interested in Rosemary for her wealth, but Hal genuinely responded, emphasizing that true beauty comes from within, not from appearances. Hal's sincerity touched the boss, and the very next day, Hal received a promotion. Filled with excitement, he shared the news with family and friends, announcing his plans to marry Rosemary the following month. Everyone who heard the news was taken aback. Hal's best friend, Maury, couldn't remain silent any longer and decided to help Hal see the truth. Maury tracked down Tony, the man who had hypnotized Hal, and obtained the trigger words to reverse it. He promptly called Hal and spoke the words over the phone, and in an instant, Hal's perception returned to normal. The beautiful receptionist he had seen moments ago now looked entirely different. When he turned around, he saw a heavy-set girl sitting in Rosemary's place. Maury explained everything until Hal finally grasped the truth. Now that he could see clearly, Hal was even more bewildered and didn't know how to approach Rosemary. He felt he had no choice but to distance himself from her, ignoring her pleas and ultimately ceasing to answer her calls altogether. However, Rosemary was persistent and eventually came to see him in person. Hal quickly covered his eyes, yet even through the blur, he seemed to glimpse her true form. He feigned feeling unwell and asked her to leave. Their neighbor, Jillian, noticed Hal's rising success and invited him out alone, holding his hand. Unfortunately, Rosemary happened to see this and was heartbroken. Later, when they crossed paths again, Hal acted as if he didn't know her, prompting Rosemary to leave the restaurant in tears. She called Hal, expressed her anger, and broke up with him. The following day, Hal was dismissed by his boss. What no one realized was that Hal had turned down Jillian. After spending so much time with Rosemary, he had truly fallen in love with her. But Rosemary was unaware of this and vanished from his life. She changed all her contact details and left her job. At the hospital, a little girl with burn scars on her face greeted Hal, but he didn't recognize her. The girl explained that when he was with Rosemary, he often cared for her. That's when Hal realized they were in a children's burn unit, where most of the patients didn't have perfect appearances. Yet, under hypnosis, he had seen them all as angels. Only now did Hal understand how shallow he had been, and he finally mustered the courage to find Rosemary and declare his love for her once more.